Hi, my name is Jessica Ho. I'm from HERIOT-WATT University, Malaysia, and my topic is related to marketing education. Specifically, I will introduce a new model, a hybrid of experiential and technological model as a learning pedagogy for encouraging higher order thinking skills among students. Previous studies in the field of marketing education have promoted various activities to build engagement and encourage higher order thinking skills, or what we call as HOTS, among marketing students. But bear in mind that these studies was done in the context where students are less tech equipped and less tech savvy. Today we are dealing with a group of students who grew up in the digital age. They are very familiar with the usage of YouTube, massive open learning courses, Udemy, Coursera, and other platforms as a platform for online learning. As such, this study aims to review the relevance of active learning approaches to foster cognitive thinking skills in marketing education, and eventually this study aimed to propose a pedagogical enhancement which is coined as the hybrid experiential technology model that will be exposed later. To understand where this study comes from, there are three key literatures that we will review. The first one is related to higher order thinking skills, or HOTS. Those of you who are familiar with the Bloom's taxonomy would know this model quite clearly. So Bloom's taxonomy talks about how do we get our students to progress from the different stages of learning, from the lowest, which is knowledge, up to the highest, that is evaluation. That's the higher order thinking skills. In past studies, we know that active learning requires the construction of knowledge and understanding as opposed to passive learning. And in order to get students to be actively involved, students need to engage in hot tasks, as mentioned by Snyder in 2003. Using the basis of active learning as a way to develop higher order thinking skills, we then dwell into the literatures in marketing education to see what are the types of activities that are commonly conducted in classes to develop critical thinking or higher order thinking skills. So literatures from Grandler, Hernandez, Roy, and Marchett, etc. has shown that typical activities used in classes for example, will be case studies, cooperative structures, simulation, experiential facilitation, consulting based, and etc. And these activities can be categorized as a form of experiential learning. In the era where students have so many access to online learning, and where students have experience with MOOCs courses, flipped classroom, and online learning, we also understand the need of technology being embedded into the delivery of marketing education. So what we know so far is that HOTS is important and can be fostered through active learning, and experiential learning is one of the key roots in marketing education. So the challenge for us is, how do we then bring experiential learning to this technological platform? To answer this question, the hybrid ET model is developed. Now, this hybrid ET model uses tech-based learning as a subset of experiential learning. To demonstrate how this model is applied in class, a group of final year undergraduate students who are undertaking the international marketing course are used to experience how this model works. The mechanism works this way. The online forum is embedded as a technological platform in an experiential learning task that is a case study discussion. So the case study was given to the students, and the students are then supposed to answer the questions in the online forum. So answering the question in online forum gives us a few advantages. The first one is that it enables students to learn from their friends. And it also increases participation because the students couldn't see other people's answers if they do not put in their own answers. More importantly, it enhances students' understanding of the assessment task. This happens when we go into the class, we take up the case again, and we open up all the answers that has been posted on the online forums. With those answers, the marking rubrics were given to the students to evaluate each other's answer. And they could then see how better answers has been posted. That improves their performance of critical thinking. Finally, the online forum is also useful because it serves as a useful repository for future revision. To recap, the primary objective of this paper is to examine the active learning approach for building HOTS among marketing students. With the profile of millennial students in mind, deploying a one-size-fits-all pedagogy is not so practical. Hence, the hybrid ET model demonstrated a situation where HOTS can be achieved via case study in a tech-embedded environment. Now, the important consideration to apply this model is firstly, the crucial role of the facilitators to give proper instructions to the students on what they need to do before and after submitting answers in the forum. There is also a need for peer collaboration where participations are needed by all students. And finally, a debriefing and reflection followed by the discussion that has been carried out will be useful for students to understand the content of the case that is being developed or the case that is being discussed. Future research for this study is that the hybrid pedagogy recommended here is more suitable for generic marketing courses where experiential learning is core. Now, these generic marketing courses would be in courses such as international marketing or professional sales or consumer behavior or even principles of marketing. Now, the situation may be reversed in subjects where technology is core. For example, subjects such as digital marketing or social media marketing or even e-commerce, the model can be reversed. The model may also be reversed in an environment where online learning is the core. For instance, what we are facing at this moment, the pandemic, where all teaching and learning has to be transitioned to an online setting. So this gives us more directions for future research. With that, I thank you for listening. If you have any question, do feel free to contact me via the email address and the phone number displayed on the slide. Have a good day. Thank you.